Well, what's going on, guys? It's 10:48 in the morning. It's still the 18th of January, 2025. Still Saturday. We were Giant City, Roseman, California. A diary of a griever named John Weaver, which would be me. Or unless you like the zombie one better. Anyway, I had been checking upon a few things, and apparently we have issues regarding the mysterious Donald Trump. He's doing the grift again. This time he's trying to sell Bitcoin. He's already in office. He's already breaking federal laws already. He's not even. He's got more than a day before he swears the oath, and he's still breaking federal law. He wants to get more grift than anything else. If that isn't bad enough, we got, from according to a few news sources I've coming across on YouTube, the world hates Donald Trump. And I suppose they like Americans that much more. Not really. Not really. Not when they're that pissed. There are groups protesting this weekend in Washington, D.C. And they should have been protesting themselves. I said it before and I said it again a long time ago. People are responsible. But they don't look at themselves as responsible, accountable, or transparent. No, they just point and blame the other guy all the time. But they're the ones that made the decisions. They're the ones who voted the chaos and confusion. Now, if their choice is to protest for 4 years, let them go for it. Let them do it. But they also have to understand that they have to accept the responsibility, not of his actions, but they put him back in charge with the rest of the non-heads. We're hoping maybe, if there is some common sense with the Republican Party, which I doubt, that they'll keep Trump in line. Not because they're greedy bastards, the GOP. And it was said back in Reagan's time that he was a greedy bastard too. Trickle down theory. The wealth is always on top, and it's supposed to trickle down and help the poor out. Give me a frickin' break. It never worked. Even when Bush tried it. Bush Sr. didn't work. So, they're trying it again. And they have different laws being shoved and introduced before Trump's inaugural because they want to get these things going, voted upon, and run on. Now, one of the videos I've just been downloading right now, even as we speak, regarding the SAVE Act. We came across this one 1 or 2 years ago, especially when the Republican Party, or I'm sorry, the Trumplican Party, I have to keep using that terminology, demanded that they save and salvage our voting rights by making everybody miserable as hell. I don't know how they're going to do it. They called it the Safeguard American Voters Eligibility. It didn't go through the Senate, and it wasn't signed. It was dropped for consideration in committee. I mean, it passed the House, but it didn't pass the muster for Senate. So they weren't going to do it. Now, they're trying a long shot of Senate and House. Currently, the Senate has it in. The House has not have it reported yet, but the bill is there, ready to go. It's going to be hopefully put on the floor for consideration or announcement. And they got it stuck in committee. And it'll stay there for a while until it gets debated whether or not they actually still want to have this nonsense done or not. Chip Roy of Texas wants it. And so is another knothead in the Senate department. Senate's already been introduced, but it's going to take some time for them to go through it. They've got it packed and stacked with about 700 and more bills to go through in the House and Senate. I don't know how much I can actually dig out on Congress.gov, but that's what I've been seeing anyway. Basically, I tried to explain about it in my previous video that we have to get the real ID to satisfy the Trumplicans and federal law. It was passed back in 2005. We got to get this thing done before March. I have to contact the DMV, get the paperwork in, get the money in, and then wait for the processing. I can work with that. I can try doing that. But DMV is a nightmare anyway. I'll just have to go over there without an appointment and just do it in person. Especially out here in the Antelope Valley. That means this will be recognized if I wanted to go travel by plane. That I wouldn't have to show any more ID except for that thing. But if I'm going out of country, I still need a passport and the real ID. But as people have been talking about it for months and maybe a couple of years, they still think that, well, the people who keep posting videos I've seen on YouTube and Facebook and those little Reels things over there. It's a way of tracking people. Maybe tracking if they are Trumplicans or not, I don't know. It's not a conspiracy. It's just a wild burp my ass on this one. But it's going to get more real. And there's going to be a lot more fear happening, a lot more fear mongering, and people are going to be going insane over this damn shit. They have a right to protest. The people have a right to protest. And I said it before a while ago that the winners of this one are whiner babies. Because they're whining. And they're demanding. They're making a hell of a lot of demands on people. And not to mention the followers. And sometimes I'm not quite sure if they know what the hell they're griping and grumbling about, but they are. People are protesting, and there's been some reports out there in the international that people are protesting across the globe. America has lost their mind. They put in Trump again. What is America thinking? Well, they got the march going on still at the Capitol steps, but they're not pushing. They're not shoving their way like they did January 6th. Well, actually, when Trump's group pushed and shoved and injured and killed. But people have to know. And if they are accepting responsibility, knowing that they've made the mistake, they're trying to do something. They're putting Trump on notice. And they're telling him, we got our eye on you. If you start doing shit, I don't know what the results are going to be after that. I don't know. Am I afraid? Well, concerned, yes. Nervous, yeah. But whatever happens, it's going to happen. We got to deal with it. So I am putting this one out as soon as I can. Tighten up your seat buckle. Oh, shit. Strap yourselves in. Tighten up them buckles and the restraints. We're in for a hellacious ride, guys, through hellscape.